So don't throw this thing away. So this isn't really a top of the line battery charger. It's not. But if you've noticed that you've got this and it doesn't keep a charge, don't throw it away. Don't. I had got this from my nephew. They had 2 of them, is what they had. And they lost the cords to the back of them. But hello, Apple Brooks. Hello. They lost the cords to the back of them, and they just take a, the Rosie, I gotta do this knife. You know how to do these knives? Let me tell you how. These knives right here. You just push this one part over to the side. Let me see if I can get it, y'all. Let's see if we can get it. You push this part over to the side like this, just like that, so that you can close it. They're locking blades is what they are. They're locking blades. And yes, I like tools. I do. I had to put that away because Rosie, honey, has decided she wants to... Rosie, honey, you decided you wanted to get up here. Oh, she wants to play with this. Rosie, here. Hey, Rosie. Rosie, look, watch. Let's see what she likes to play with stuff. Come on, Rosie. You got to get down on the floor. Go ahead. Take it down. Now she wants to lay on the counter. Rosie, Rosie is... she is all over the place. You're not going to stick those in your mouth, Rosie. I got to watch her, you all. She is into everything. And I wouldn't want her to swallow that. Rosie, no, you can't have it, Rosie, honey. Look at her. Okay, Rosie, I'm trying to do a video. Rosie, honey, listen. Look, you can play with this. You want to play with that? No, you're not playing with my screwdrivers. I think she was a mechanic in another lifetime. I think she was. Rosie, honey, what are you doing? Look at me, Rosie. Okay, you go down on the floor and get it. Come on, here it is. It's down here somewhere, Rosie. I lost it. Well, she don't care. She wants to take something else and throw it down. Where you going to go with it, Rosie? I got to do something with Rosie. Rosie, honey. Here, look. Here, you scoot it this way. This is not hot, by the way. Look, Rosie, honey. Do this. Okay, where you going to go? Here, you jump down. You go on, Rosie, honey. You can do it. Go on. You go ahead. Okay, she just wants to play with it. You better just want to play with it, because you better not try to eat it. Okay, she just wants to play. She's really intelligent, you all. Give me that. Get that out of your mouth, because I don't trust her, you all. I treat her like a baby, because she could swallow this and she could choke and die. She really could, so she don't get this. When we went to the Humane Society in Scottsburg to look for a cat, when our kitty was dying, Rosie, we walked in there, and there she had there was like, I think around 20, 30 cats, and no, probably around 20 cats or 40 cats. I don't know how many there was. And she goes, I'll tell you who you want. You want Rosie. I said, we do? She goes, yeah, she's all over the place. She's got lots of energy. So we looked around when we went there. They had these big white fluffy cats, and they had orange cats, and they had twins and all kinds of cats. I said, well, we'll go home and we'll think about it. And I thought, I think we'll go back tomorrow, and I think we'll get Rosie. Because I thought, I don't want an active cat. That's what I said. But then, she's perfect. She's perfect. You want Rosie, she said. Rosie, honey. Is that true? It is true, you all. Yeah. So as I was saying about this thing, if you got one of these jumper things and you say, well, that battery don't work anymore, that's okay, you all. It's got screws on it. It really does. Gina, you all, I can't be dropping these screws because I'd be just as bad as Rosie. And if I lose a screw, Gina, honey, don't you know you already lost a bunch of screws? I could have already lost a bunch of screws, and I just don't even know it. I got to find that other screw. I think I dropped a screw on the floor, but I don't see it. But I could get my magnet, my big magnet, floor magnet thing. I don't know where that other screw went. Okay, I'm going to get to it. Hello. You've lost, you've lost a bunch of screws? Yeah, I had, what I was saying, you all, is, you don't want to throw it away, even though, you know, it lost some of its power, because it's got holes back here, screw holes all in the back. This thing has an air compressor. I got it from my nephew. An air compressor, and he lost this, but I had spare ones of these around. You have to have the right ampage, and you can find that on the back right here. You get you an AC adapter like that. So, what am I saying, you all? You can say, see, I told you she don't even know what she's talking about. No, you don't want to throw it away. If the battery goes bad, this battery right here, it says it takes 40 hours to recharge, and you need to recharge your things, charge them every 30 days. And this is the low end one, I think. It's not supposed to be top of the line. But I'm going to give it a try because the main thing, look, 1, 2, 3 USB ports. And if you turn this, you can do that. Well, let me tell you something about this. I didn't have the thing to it. And I took it over to my mom's house. You know, this is wild. I took it over to my mom's house a couple months ago. I asked my stepdad, I said, do you think you got a AC adapter for that? Well, I don't know. I said, well, I'll leave it here. So in the meantime, I looked for an AC adapter, and I found one, and I went back the next week. I said, you got that? Oh, well, I tried an adapter. Let me tell you about that, he said. Let me tell you what he did. My stepdad, because his AC adapter would not fit, he cut these off. He said, oh, well, I cut off the jumper cables right there because I thought they would make a wonderful thing to hang my car mats when I wash them off. I just looked at him and my mouth just hung open. I thought, I've got an AC adapter to fit into that. You cut them off to hang your car mats up with, you also. That's okay. That's all right. So I retrofitted it today. He did it. I have never heard anybody ever doing it before. He cut them off all the way. Cut them all the way off. That's why you see this here. I opened it up. God bless his soul. He knows how to improvise and make do with what he's got. And he goes, oh, I just put a screw there on the end of the wire so I can hang it on the fence line, and then because they got really good grips, and I can just hang my car mats. And then 2 months had passed. I already gave up on it. I went over there yesterday. I got up on top of his roof again with that great big vent pipe that we had cleared out, his big clog he had. Oh my gosh. And then I was in the side of his yard, and I saw this setting out here on this side of the house. I said, I thought you got rid of it. Oh no, I never took it to the recycling yet. I said, well, can I have it back? He said, you can have anything you want. I got it back, you all. I plugged it in, and it will hold a charge. It'll hold a charge. It'll hold a charge, you all. It comes on, but it's going to take 40 hours. 40 hours to charge. And I can charge this phone in here too. The light will come on when I put my USB port in, even with this on here. So my son said, Mom, you know, you can fix this. I said, well, I had to find out which gauge it was. I went to the store and I picked up a 20-foot 6 gauge, which will put out 350 amp 6 gauge. And because that's what came in there. And since I only had that much wire that he left because he cut it off for his car mats, I spliced them together. Then I wrapped them with electrical tape. Then I took my heat gun and I heat shrunk some pieces of this on there. And then I wrapped this again because I couldn't fit the cords back down in there because I had to piece it together. Rosie's back up on the counter. So I thought if I'm going to do it, I'm going to have longer jumper cables. And I do. This is 6 foot. No, let's see. If it was 20 feet, this is kind of pretty long right here, you all. Look at this. Pretty long. And I won't be able to tell if these work until 40 hours till it reaches its maximum thing. But this got a gauge on it. Rosie, honey, that's a heat gun. Rosie, honey. Hey, what you doing? What you doing in that box, Rosie? It's a heat gun. You like it? She probably was a mechanic in another lifetime. She really was. Rosie, honey, you can't play with that. When the Humane Society took her to the vet to get her done when she was like a baby and stuff, he named her Nosy because she was all over the place. And when the Humane Society lady, we adopted her for $70, and she gave us the paperwork, and she said, he put her name as Nosy. We're not going to call her Nosy. That's what she said. She told her assistants in there, we're not going to call her Nosy just because she likes to play. So she named her Rosie, which is great. But she is all over the place. That's me. Rosie, honey, what you doing? I'm going to plug that while you're up here playing around looking for... You cannot have a screwdriver, Rosie. Come on now. Looky, Rosie, look at this. Look at this, Rosie, honey. Rosie, honey, get down from there. I wanted to show you something else, you all. Don't throw them away, because if you open up the back, they got small batteries, the kind that go in like in an ATV or a motorcycle battery, and you can replace it. You can. Just exercise caution and use the right type of tools. Rosie, honey, what you doing? So that's what I've been doing all day, practically, when I wasn't on YouTube, figuring out what type of gauge of wire I needed for that, because I had to be specific. I really did. And these jumper cables, got them at the Walmart. Look, it has a gauge on it too. It can tell you how many amps is going through it. But the other half of the 10-foot or 20-foot thing, it don't have a gauge on it. But I'm going to use it. Plus, I am certain that these were a whole lot better than what was on the other one. Right there. Right like that, you all. Hello, you just tuning in. Gina Honey's saying don't throw it away. If you got a battery jumper thing and you say, well, don't hold it charged no more, you can replace that battery. Just go get you a motorcycle battery, especially, or, you know, take that battery to the store, especially if you got some USB ports like that. Let's see, she's over there. Now, I know that I'm not going to turn this part on, so this ain't going to do nothing. Okay, this ain't going to do nothing because I'm not going to turn it on, but I want to show you this. So it's turned on, but if I do turn it on, listen to, watch it. See, that part will work, but it's got an error. It's gotten, what's it got? I don't know what it's doing. It's got 14 volts. See, it's going to tell you how many volts are on that battery. Well, this battery's dead, so it's going to be a long time, but it's got a flashlight, ever so dull. And it's got back here, it's got a tire gauge. But no, I'm not going to throw. If I can use something and if I can make it work, I'm going to do something. I'm going to make it work, you all. I am. And this is the first time I got to use that heat gun, that heat shrink thing right here. Had it for a long time. I thought, wow, I'm going to use it on there. I'm going to double tape it and stuff. I was going to put one of these on it, but I couldn't bend it because my stepdad wanted to have some very durable, sturdy car mat holders for his car mat. So he wanted to cut the... you on my mouth. I just sat there. I couldn't say nothing. Because he cut them off right there completely. But that's okay. So now I got a great big longer one. But my mouth hung open. You all, please don't do what he does. What he did. Don't cut your cords off of there because you can't find an AC adapter for it, you all. Don't do it. And you know, you can get some clamps at the store really cheap. That's right. Oh, that's right. Paula Dempsey, they're everywhere, and they do. I have three of these. I've got one in the Jeep that my husband's driving, and one that we keep outside to jumpstart the ATV or the riding lawnmower, especially the ATV if it's cold, to jumpstart that. And I don't know where the other one's at. I got 3. I think the other one could be up in the she shed or something, but we use them, and they jump cars really easy. And if you are, that's a lifesaver, because a lot of people don't want to stop on the side of the road. When you stop, how many people are going to say, oh, do you need a jump? No, they don't want you to. We got the wind. We got the wind. Rosie, honey, you running all over the place. Look at Rosie, honey. Rosie, what you doing? Whoa, you scared me, Rosie. Come on, where you gonna go? You gonna run down the stairs? Okay, her can do it. You wild woman. Yeah. I think I even might, with these, I love her. She's so precious. She really is. Rosie, honey. No, I don't want you sniffing that stuff. Yeah, she will play with anything. Won't you, Rosie, honey? Well, there she goes. She likes to slide down the hall. That's okay. She got her own obstacle course. Yeah, I got to clean up this stuff because I wouldn't want Rosie hopping up here. Getting on the counter to getting this stuff on her right here. She was playing with this, walking around with this in her mouth, this old electrical tape, because she likes to do that. So if you're just tuning in, this is a, don't throw it away, you all. If you got a battery jumper thing, you say, well, it don't hold a charge anymore. You're supposed to, it takes sometimes 40 hours for this particular brand. So I'm going to let it charge for 40 hours. It's 2 days, non-stop. But when I go to bed at night, I'm going to unplug it because I want to watch it during the day, because I don't want something that I have put together somehow short circuit something. I don't want that to happen, because that could cause a fire. So it can only be plugged in while I'm awake, where I can watch it. Yeah. You got your jumper power station on the Craigslist. Isn't that great? That is great. I got to try to see how I'm going to get this off of here. Can you look up there? Because I got to get this off of here. I don't want this wire. It's like just a little bit of fragment of wire on the counter, but I don't want Rosie to get by it. She's looking like this. Yeah, it is great to have it, especially you all. This battery charger right here, with the motorcycle battery, it is long. It would charge your phone much longer than the regular battery charger things that you get for your cell phones, and you plug it in. And look, you got 3 ports, 1, 2, 3. And if you got like a solar panel, oh, my electricity goes blinking on and off. If you got a solar panel, you can do that. Put that on a trickle charger. Yeah. Gina, there's some kind of lights, Martian lights, in Texas. Thinking of your earlier video. Some kind of lights. Oh, the Martha. Remember in Texas when we did this video, you all, the underground? They had an underground thing that they built. It started, what was it, I forget what year it was. And the people above ground in Dallas, they didn't even know. They did it. And it was like walking down there in another rim. There's only 3 points in the city there where you can get to the underground things. But now they said since it's private property, the government has no control over it. So private individuals bought those vast underground things, you all. Yeah. LED lights can be used as solar cells. Hello. So if you're just tuning in, I retrofitted this right here that was fit for the trash. And it was in the trash. I gave up on it after my father-in-law told me he cut the jumper cables off. And I just sat there with my mouth hung open, and I was sitting there. I came home, and I still couldn't get over it. I was telling my husband, I was telling my daughter, and I told my son, and I told my mom, I said, why would he cut the jumper cables off? Oh, because he needed them, Gina, that's why, and he didn't have an adapter. But it was only a week. I was going to be back the next week with an adapter. But it was still setting up in the rain. Of course, I had to take it apart and let it dry off. It was setting out there after 2 months. I saw it yesterday. I said, I want it, please. And he gave it back to me. Anything you want, you can have. Thank you. Yeah. So I think this is going to come in handy because this is around 10 feet long because it's half a 20. And it's got a gauge on it. And even if the battery is no good in this anymore, guess what? I got batteries already downstairs that I can replace it with. I can, which is great. It's not charged. You see, this would be for that. It's not charged at all, but that's okay. I could charge my phone with it being plugged in. That's the whole thing, you all. It's nice to have. It is, and stuff like that's getting cheaper. My stepdad is the most resourceful thing I've ever seen. My dad was like that too. My mother's first husband before he passed a few years ago while he was out here. My real dad, just like it. That's right. Oh, yeah. Applebrooks, honey, you kind of busy. That's right. Yeah, my stepdad is extremely. See, somebody already got himself in trouble because he was being rude and speaking down about people. Yeah, he's extremely resourceful. And that's a understatement. That's how resourceful he is. But that one right there, I thought, I wanted it. I didn't need it, but I wanted it. Yeah. Yes, my dad did. My dad said hello with it. Yep. Rosie, what are you doing? Look at her. She literally is running in an obstacle course. She made one great big loop all around the house. Rosie, honey, what are you doing? You're not... No. I know what you're doing, Rosie. She thinks she's going to get outside. Well, no wonder that... I wondered why that opened. She thinks she's going to go out. Come here, Rosie, honey. Can you get... I poked her. Rosie, I'm going to... She's so excited. Rosie, honey. I really do like seeing her literally run all around the house, jump on all the windows, run down through the hallway, go into the office, come back around like a horse. Yeah. She's really sneaky. She really is. Rosie, where you going? Rosie, honey, where are you going? I've had to cover my furniture because she was all over the place. She hides right here. Rosie, what you doing? Huh? What you doing, Rosie? She's so precious. This is her favorite colors, these ones right here. These multicolored ribbons. I wish we had some reflexes like that. She jumped up on her back really fast, off her back. Rosie, uh-oh. Rosie. Come on, Rosie, honey. Yeah, I'm done playing with Rosie. You, I probably better get off of here. But yeah, don't throw it away. It's nice to have in your car, especially if you need to jump. You can jump yourself. If you accidentally leave your car lights on, or your trunk is not shut all the way, or something. You something like that is really nice. Yes. we got somebody. We got a little baby. She's not a baby, but you know, you can call your pets a baby. You can. Come on, Rosie, honey. She wants it. Okay, Rosie, honey, you got it. Whoopsie. She's thinking, would you please stop it? She's not even supposed to be awake at this time, you all. Rosie's supposed to be sleeping. But she's got some energy in her. She's precious, you all. I'm gonna go. I am, but yeah. But retrofit it. Be safe. Don't leave something that you retrofit plugged in overnight, especially if you don't know what's going to happen, you all. But this is 6 gauge, and it will be able to do 350 amp, and it's 10 feet long, and it's got the 3 USB ports. It didn't cost me nothing. This cost me something. Now I got the other half of these down there in the basement. That's okay, because I could retrofit another one if I had to, or something else. I could. That's right. Thank you, Apple Brooks. Thank you all for your comments. Yeah. If the power goes out, you can charge your phone a whole lot. Well, I don't know if it'd do you any good if you didn't have Wi-Fi. Yeah. Oh, you took your chimes down in Kentucky? Well, if it got really windy, I would take these down, because I wouldn't want nothing to happen to them. We have taken them down 2 times. We've taken them down 2 times before is what we've done. Yeah. Now I got to go put these things back up. I thought I might solder some of these wires together right here. After I was going to solder the copper together and then wrap it and then shrink wrap it, because I brought up the solder. And then I thought, well, I guess I won't. Rosie, honey, where you going to go? Huh? Okay. You can do it. I'm going to go. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest. What was that? What, your wonderful rest of your afternoon, you all. I don't know what it was. It's okay. We're going to go. You all stay safe. Love you.